Hello viewers of YouTube, and thank you for joining us once again for the GameGrin Weekly News Roundup. I am your host Dominoid, and we have got a great big bulging box of news for you once again. So instead of me waffling on in the intro this week, let's crack straight on with the week that was. So, let's start at the beginning, in the early days of video gaming in the 80s, no less. See, back in this glorious 8-bit era, chiptunes were all the rage, and one of the most famous musicians of that genre was the legendary Rob Hubbard. This man was the creator of tunes for games such as The Last V8, International Karate, and Skate or Die. Now, while Rob retired from the video games industry a few years ago in the early 2000s, the musical legend will be back in the studio soon with a new album being exclusively created for a Kickstarter campaign run by C64audio.com. Now, this campaign centres around two things. Firstly, a biography detailing Rob's life and work in the industry will be created. It's set to feature interviews, details of his working, and a whole host of information provided by the man himself, who is working on the project with the company. Now, there's also a video game set to be released as a digital download, a USB wafer, and also a full-blown Commodore cartridge, starring Rob and of course featuring his trademark sound. The big release, though, is a selection of 7 albums of tunes, remixes, and brand new compositions. This includes an album called Hubbard 80, and this will reimagine some of his most famous songs in a pre-mixed manner. So this means that they will be recorded with instruments available in 1979 as if they were real synth tunes using the instruments of the day before they became iconic SID music. The campaign is now live, and with just a few days left to go before the £50,000 target is reached, it's looking likely that this project will be funded. So if you want to get involved and pick yourself up a copy of the albums, including Hubbard 80 on vinyl as an option, then check out their Kickstarter now. And from a returning industry legend, we turn to one who is moving away. It's the end of an era at BioWare, as veteran writer Marc Laidlaw has announced his departure from the Canadian company. After 14 years, the writer has decided that he wants a change, and he issued a statement on his Twitter account. Hey everyone, it's with a mix of emotions that I'm announcing my time at BioWare has ended. After 14 years and a chance to work on Jade Empire, Mass Effect and all things Dragon Age, it's time for me to move on. In my time at BioWare, I have been lucky enough to work with some of the most talented and hard-working people in the industry. It's been an honour to be part of the Dragon Age team, and I have every confidence that the world we've created together is in good hands, and I'm excited for the road ahead. For the near future, I plan to spend my time reconnecting with all the amazing games and worlds that my peers have created, and I look forward to sharing those experiences with you all on Twitch and on Twitter. To everyone who's taken the time to share feedback and experiences, your amazing cosplays and artistic creations, thank you. You've made my time in Thedas amazing. Your passion inspires, and I look forward to our next adventure together. Masseranus, Mike. Laidlaw was not only one of the longest serving and most respected writers at BioWare, but he was also creative director for the hugely popular Dragon Age series. His statement, however, suggests that we haven't seen the last of that legendary saga. Something else that we haven't seen the last of is Square's RPG series, Star Ocean. Now, fans of the games can look forward to a super high-resolution remaster of the Xbox 360 classic Star Ocean: The Last Hope. The title will be coming to both Steam and the PlayStation Store, with full HD visuals as a minimum, but on 4K compatible systems, the game will be featured in that glorious super high resolution. The game is the 4th entry in the series in terms of release, but it serves as a starting point in this story, being the earliest in the canon of the popular series. It'll be available from the 28th of November on both digital storefronts, with a 10% discount for the first 2 weeks, and anyone purchasing it on the PlayStation Store will get an extra treat in the form of an exclusive theme and no less than 12 avatars to use. And that is not the only treat set to come for PlayStation owners, as Sony has announced it is set to bolster the selection of virtual reality titles available on the console, with over 50 PlayStation VR games set to be released between now and early 2018. Now, 1 year on, Sony's headset has already delivered over 100 titles, and that number will be rising by around 50%, with titles such as Cool Paint VR, Doom VFR, Gran Turismo Sport, Skyrim VR, and 2 fishing games in the form of Dream Angling and Fishing Master. Also, those who like punching people in the face whilst in a pub can avoid the bloodied nose and broken ribs that normally comes associated by playing Drunken Bar Fight when it releases later this year. And speaking of fighting, with Nazis becoming something of a problem in the real world once again, the unashamedly tongue-in-cheek anti-Nazi game Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus is set to release this week, with a launch trailer dropping last week showing us exactly what to expect from the alternate history-based shooter. With more than 100 awards given to the game at 2017's E3 Expo, it's safe to say that just a few people are waiting for this game. And it'll be here on the 27th of October on Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC, with Nintendo's Switch version coming along in 2018. And all that social commentary just might work in Bethesda's favour at next year's gaming BAFTAs. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts are expanding their games coverage with a new award entitled Games Beyond Entertainment. Now, backing up the opinion among many gamers that games can indeed be an art form, this is a category designed to highlight games with an emotional impact or a message to impart. With titles such as That Dragon Cancer and Inside having won awards in 2017, it's clear that there's a lot of love at BAFTA for games that bring on the feels, and this new award will add to that love in 2018. Now, what could be more loving than giving free gameplay to your fans? After giving away the game to thousands of new players for free earlier this year, Overkill are hoping to have an even bigger audience than ever for this year's Crime Fest update events. The annual event is being kicked off by a specific event entitled Lock and Load, which is the first part of a 10-day content update marathon featuring community participation events such as Twitch live streams and developer AMAs on Reddit. If you didn't pick up the game for free when it was reduced to that price on Steam, then you can still play for free until the 28th of October as part of the event, and you'll be able to buy the game on sale for up to 80% off as well. And finally, fans of the Oliver Twins classic Dizzy were ecstatic this week to hear that the most recent lost title in the series is getting a physical release on the NES. Now, it has been available for free on the internet since earlier this year, but it's set to be encased in the hard grey shell of a NES cartridge in a form that you can actually touch. And they're not yoking around either, with a whole host of goodies leading to retro gamers scrambling to back the Kickstarter campaign before the cartridges sell out. If you want to crack open your wallet and back the campaign, it's still running at the time of this video and features mouse mats, mugs, and even a canvas at the higher tiers. The Oliver Twins have stated that their share of the proceeds will be going to gaming charity Special Effect. So not only will you get a brand new game for a classic system, but you'll also be getting that warm, fuzzy feeling that you get by helping out someone less fortunate. That is all for another week. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoyed our latest roundup. If you did, why not subscribe to our channel so you never miss a beat, and show us your thumbs either up or down to let us know what you think. Remember, you can catch us on social media. We are on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and of course you can get all of the news, previews, reviews and opinions that you could ever want at www.GameGrin.com. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Dominoid for GameGrin.com. I'll see you soon, but in the meantime, game on.